Hello there, this is John Tompkins, the Defender in Indianapolis, Indiana. And today we got a question: what do I do if I find out there is a warrant for my arrest? And this happens more frequently during a job interview process. You get notified by the person who's doing the interview, hey, we did a background check, you have a warrant. Sometimes you get a notice in the mail that there's a warrant out. Occasionally a friend will tell you they saw that there was a warrant out. Regardless of how you found out that there was a warrant, contact an attorney first and probably a bail bondsman shortly thereafter. Contact the attorney to see what it's going to take in that particular court to try to get the warrant recalled. That is option one. Can we get the warrant recalled, and will the judge just let me come in and surrender in open court? Some courts will do that, others will not. Other courts require you to report to the jail basically and wait to appear in front of the judge to either get conditions of release or a bond. And this is where the second person you contact comes in, the bail bondsman. Frequently there is already a bond that has been set on a warrant, so you want to have a bail bondsman call the local jail and find out what that bond is. If you have a bond that's already set and you can afford to post it, what you can do is surrender to the jail, take a friend with you, while you get processed in, and that means fingerprinted and photographed, and the warrant gets recalled and put into the system as served. Your friend can be posting the bond. Now, what the bond is depends on the level of the crime, how serious it is, how long the warrant's been out, sometimes has an impact on what the bond is. If it's called a no bond, that means you can't post a bond until you appear in front of a judge. Or if it's a very high bond, say $100,000, and you don't just happen to have that, then you also have to surrender to get that warrant served before the court will set a hearing date in the case. And that's where the lawyer comes in to file an appearance after you have retained him and ask that the bond be lowered or even dropped to no bond. That's called a release on your own recognizance, or an OR, with some sort of conditions, which can be reporting conditions or even electronic monitoring on a pretrial basis. I hope that has helped you understand what you should do if you find out there is a warrant out for your arrest. First, contact an attorney, see about getting the warrant recalled. First, contact an attorney, see about getting the warrant recalled. Second, after you've spoken to the attorney, he'll talk to you about a bondsman. Contact a bondsman, find out if you can post a bond, and get right back out. And if you do that, make sure the date that they give you when you get out gets back to your attorney so he can be with you at your next court appearance. This is John Tompkins, the Defender in Indianapolis. Thanks for listening today.